Hey y'all, what's up? So, I'm just wondering, what do you guys do when you like someone? Um, there's, like, oh my gosh, okay. I generally tend to be a very shy person. It may not seem like it, but I am. And how you handle a situation when you like someone and you want to let them know, but you're kind of afraid of saying anything. Like, my motto now is to just do it. Like, I don't want to live in regret. I don't want to allow a moment to pass me by that I might not get back again, because I've had so many opportunities where I could have said something and I didn't. Like, I remember when I was younger, when I left New York and moved back to the Philadelphia area, my cousin introduced me to a bunch of his friends, and I ended up going out with my baby dad. But honestly, he was a person that I ended up being with because I felt comfortable being around him, and we seemed to have had like a lot to talk about, like we hit it off talking wise. But I was really interested in the other guy, and the other guy's name was Bill. Bill Bachelor. I just thought he was so good looking. And me and my baby dad, we was going out for like a good while. So I remember, like, I always wanted to tell him how I felt, that I liked him, but then I was like, no, I can't do that now because it just wouldn't be right. But I wanted to tell him so bad how I felt. And I didn't think that he felt the same way. So now, years later, I'm like 19. I go over my baby dad's house just to hang out. And I hadn't seen Bill in like a long time. And he was, I was coming and he was leaving. And so when he, like, before I left, he had said something to my son's father. And he was like, that was Bill. And I was like, yeah. He was like, he didn't know who you were. He didn't realize who you were, that you were you. And I was like, okay. And he was like, no. He was like, he was surprised to see you. But he said that he had told me that he always liked you and he wished that he would have asked you out. My heart dropped. He said he always had a crush on you. And he asked if you were seeing anybody. And I told him that you were single, and he was upset because he just started seeing another girl. So, that made me feel some type of way. But I was like, I always wanted to tell him that I liked him. I always wanted to let him know that I had like a crazy crush on him, but I didn't. And so I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just kind of gotten to this frame of mind. I've kind of gotten to this frame of mind that if I like somebody or whatever the case is now, I'm just not going to waste the opportunity or miss out on the opportunity to talk to somebody. I'm going to let them know how I feel. So I'm just wondering, like, even with me being like kind of shy, because I can be pretty boisterous, if that's even a word, outgoing. But when it comes to certain things like that, I really, really have to find the words to say and practice how to say whatever it is that I want to say so I don't fumble over my words. Because it could be a little intimidating, when you are expressing how you feel about somebody and you're really not sure if they're going to reciprocate those feelings. But I've kind of gotten to the point where I feel like, too, it doesn't matter to me if they reciprocate my feelings. I just feel better getting it out and letting them know that I like them, because if I don't and they're too afraid to say something to me, what are the chances that they actually might like me back? You know what I'm saying? But if I don't say anything and they may be too afraid to say something, somebody has to make the first move, and I may never know, how someone feels about me unless I say something. So now I've kind of gotten into this habit where I like to speak up and just kind of get over the shyness, because shyness can fuck you up. So I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say how I feel, even if it's hard, and I feel really shy. I'll tell the person, I feel really funny about saying this, but I would rather know than not know, and I just want to let you know how I feel. But I'm just kind of like wondering, like, how do y'all handle situations like that? Because I actually have recently had a situation where I expressed to someone how I feel about them, and actually was told that they like me too, and always liked me, which felt good. But it's, now it's getting to know the person, stuff like that. So I'm just curious, is it hard for you guys to, like, tell somebody that you like them? Like, do you, because, like, how do you deal with the rejection if they don't like you, or if they're in a position where they may be seeing someone and they're not free? You know what I mean? Because maybe they like you, but then they can't see you because they're involved with somebody. So how would you handle a situation like that? But either way, I don't know. It just, I think about the person now a lot. And I'm actually glad that I said something. But I think about, what if I didn't? And ain't nobody got time to be sitting up here, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and when we can do this, like right now. So I'm just wondering, like, y'all give me some feedback, on how y'all handle situations like that. Anyway, I'm just getting myself together. I need to do a little bit of meditating before I go in here to work. But that's just, I guess you could say, my little question of the day. Anyway, peace out, y'all.